The surgical needle is hollow, so it's taking out that bit of flesh. But
Hey, today we're going to be doing a video, and it's the first one in a new series I'm going to do called Let's Talk About ... So it's going to be Let's Talk About piercings. So me and my friend Amy Telfer,
exposing me. No,
exposed, hashtag exposed. So yeah, we both have piercings. Mine are newer, and I have less of them, but I still have piercings.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a video about them, talking about different things, answering some questions. Sound alright? Yeah? I think that sounds alright. You don't really get a say in it though, because like, you know, you can't actually communicate with me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the questions.
Right, first one.
She has to turn our phone on.
No, I remember the first one.
Oh, you remembered it?
When did you get your piercings? So are you going first?
Okay. Well, I guess I can go first then. I got my piercings 2 weeks ago. I got tragus and
First lobe.
yeah, first lobe. That it's just lobe to me because I only have one. But yeah, so I got those piercings. I'll probably put pictures of them
On the screen now.
yeah, sure, on the screen now. I was gonna say when I was talking about them, like tragus, lobes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, then I got them. Yeah, last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, get it right, Scarlett.
Get it right.
Get it right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it's only 4 more weeks until I can change them. Yeah. I actually can't wait to change them. I don't like the ones they put in. But anyway, so yeah.
That's for another question.
That's another question. So yeah, 2 weeks since I got them done. Yeah. When about you?
Well, I got my first lobes when I was 14. I'd always wanted my ears pierced, like forever. My mum didn't let my sister get hers done until she was 16, but I just begged, and then I got mine done when I was 14. And then instantly I was like, I want more. So I got my birthday's in June, so I got them done for my birthday, my first one, sorry, for my 14th birthday, and then in the following October I got my seconds done. I don't know how my mum agreed to that, like, and then I obviously still wanted more. I always want my third lobes done and my cartilage, my helix. So I asked my mum and she was like, no, you're not getting any more till you're 16 because I didn't let Abigail get her first ones done until she was 16. So I got my thirds and my helix for my 16th birthday.
Let me just say I got lost on all the names. The helix? What? Is in like the rubber?
No, it's the cartilage, helix.
Okay. I only know like the 3.
Should we make the next question then? What type of ear piercings are there?
Yeah, sure.
And we can insert pictures.
Yeah, we'll insert some pictures that I find on the internet.
You got your first lobes, second lobes, and however, because I mean...
Yeah, well obviously it's just lobe and then like the order.
Then
so I have my first lobes done.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get transverse lobe, which is where it goes through that way, so you have a ball on each side of your earlobe. It goes through like that way, like that.
Okay.
But I don't know if you could have it done because you've got attached lobes.
I do have attached lobes sometimes.
Anyway.
They used to be detached, they just shrunk.
That's cool.
It's like, no, but it's like as my face grew, my ears didn't. So it like used to be like this and then slowly it was like, nope.
Fair dues.
So yeah, I used to have really detached lobes, but now they're attached. Weird. But yeah, and then the only other one I know is, actually no, we'll go through what I know and then you'll say the rest. So,
Okay.
I know first lobes and then whatever other lobes. Tragus, rook is there.
Yeah.
And septum.
Yeah, septum.
Yeah. That's it. That's literally it.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got your... we'll start with ears. You've got helix or cartilage. It just depends what you call it.
Okay.
And then there's a daith piercing.
Ooh, daith. That's a cool name.
It's really hard to show it unless you actually go to someone's ear and pinch it.
My sister has daith. It's that bit, isn't it? Like.
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's supposed to stop migraines, but I don't know if that's true.
Well, maybe I should get that then, because I have migraines all the time.
Then you have industrial or scaffolding, which is the
I
bar.
like them, but my sister was like, don't get that, so I'm going to get a rook instead.
Then you've got forward helix, which are ones that go along the front of your ear. Then you've got rook that you've said. Then you've got snug, which is like that bit.
Yeah.
Then you've got conch, which, oh, these are fake, by the way. I don't actually have real conch piercings. Which I want them done. I can't be asked to explain anymore, yeah.
So many. I'll never learn all the names.
So the next question is, what was the pain like for each of your piercings?
Ooh, okay. So, well, yeah. Well, yeah, I'd say mine was more recent. So, when you go in, like, I hadn't had any. I got all 3 done at the same time.
Piercing virgin.
Yeah, I was an ear virgin. That sounds so strange. Anyway, so yeah, I hadn't had any piercings before. And like, when I decided I was getting piercings, all my friends were like, oh, it hurts, oh. Like, I don't know whether they were actually being serious or they were just trying to be mean.
It's different for every person.
Maybe they were just trying to make me scared. Maybe they'd just be like,
oh, it's gonna hurt so much.
so yeah, so when I got it done, the lobes, literally, like, there was a slight tiny bit, it like felt like a pinch. And then it was done. Like, it didn't hurt. And then after that, it didn't hurt either. Tragus, because obviously it's cartilage instead of just like skin. So it hurt a bit more than the lobe did. But still, like, after it got done, it just felt numb. But then, like, after about 3 hours after it stopped feeling numb, I kept getting sharp pains. And for the next 3 days, like, lying on it or whatever really hurt, and I was like, so yeah, that's the pain I experienced with my piercings.
Well, my first lobes was like, I remember in the car on the way there, I was texting like 2 friends that have already had their ears pierced, and they were just like,
oh yeah, it's like a prick, but then it throbs for ages, really bad.
And I was like, oh, I'm kind of scared now. And then I got it done, and like, obviously there's like a sharp pain, like just like getting an injection, like when it was done, and then that was it was just over straight away. Like, there was no throbbing or anything. And then for my second lobes, the sharp pain was like more painful. And it actually was quite painful. I remember afterwards I could feel it, and it was like, oh, this is quite sore actually. But it wasn't like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like pain that was like, oh my god, I need paracetamol, like I can't carry on with this pain. It wasn't bad. And then the third lobes, they just felt like my first lobe, which I thought was really weird because it's supposed to get more painful as you go up your ear. And then I'm a chicken. Like, I got for my helix, I got I don't know what it was, but I went to this piercing place where they like, I don't know if they freeze it or whatever they do, or ice it, but they like numb any cartilage piercing. Like, they unless you tell them you don't want it numbed, they won't numb it. But so I felt it when he put the clamp on. Like, I could feel that he was doing something with my ear, but I just couldn't feel, like, it wasn't like pain, or like, I could just feel that my ear was being touched. And then the needle went through, and I did not feel anything. And then I got it pierced with a hoop, so he had to like bend it round to get it in, and I felt him like doing something to my ear, just like if you had felt like someone touching your hand, but like, so it was completely non-painful. Then afterwards, like, they were both like really red, like obviously because piercings always are when you just get them done, but then it was quite sore, and sleeping on it, I couldn't do that for a couple of days, but yeah.
Should we move on to the third question?
How was the healing process? Well, yours are still healing, but you can talk about them up to this point.
Yeah, sure. So I only got mine done 2 weeks ago, so they're still healing. Gotta wait 4 more weeks to change these till they're healed, and gotta wait 10 more weeks until my tragus is healed and I can change them. Healing process, like literally, I feel like they're already healed after about the first 4 days. After the first 4 days, there was no pain or anything, other than like if I accidentally like tugged it. But you don't do that on purpose though, do you? Obviously, accident, Pasquale, well done. So yeah, then like it literally didn't hurt, and like when you're trying to take care of them whilst they're healing, you have to put like the salt and water on. When I got my piercings done, there's a sheet over there that literally tells you how much salt and how much water, like, for the combination to do. So if there's too strong salt, then it can be bad for your ear.
Yeah.
So it needs to be like wheat, salt, water solution. Wheat? Did I say wheat?
I think you did.
I meant wheat. Yeah, and then like the person who did my ears also gave me like her Instagram to message her in case anything was up, and I'm like, this is so strange. Like normally you'd think you get an email, but I got Instagram, and I was like, hey.
Remember me?
Remember me? No, I literally have not messaged her. But yeah, so yeah, so obviously mine is still healing, so I don't know the full thing. But yeah, they literally feel already healed. Like I feel like I could change them, but I've been told multiple times not to because I could get a keloid. So I'm like,
yeah,
I'll wait. But yeah, so the healing process so far has been fine. There has been a little bit of scabbing on the tragus,
that's normal.
which is normal though. But yeah, like when you're like salt watering it, it kind of tends to get all the scab off.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Literally, they don't even look crusty or anything. Like they literally just look like piercings. So yeah, that's my experience.
Well, my first lobes, like out that obviously like they didn't hurt or anything, and then because I got them done with a gun. I know, but sorry.
I got mine done with needles.
Yeah, and like when you get them done with a gun, like the butterfly clip is like on like a ridge, so when you have to really like tug at it to take it off, like the ones you get pierced with, and it kind of hurt to like properly like, oh my, like tugging it off, but then after that, like it was fine. And my mum brought me some like silver earrings to put in afterwards because it's not great. You should use because they're still, even though they're sort of healed, they're still like prone, so you shouldn't buy earrings from like New Look or Primark or whatever and put them in.
Yeah, you have to get like
proper silver or like
I think mine are just stainless steel.
Yeah, that's good as well.
But it's fine because like basically you just don't want anything that's like coated.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like basically because it can rub off and then you have like the raw metal underneath that'll infect it, and then you could get like tetanus if you haven't had a tetanus jab.
And
yeah. And it also leaves green.
Yeah. So, and then my mum brought me the ones I'm wearing in my third lobe, little butterfly ones, and they've got jewels on to change into, but then she said you shouldn't sleep with the butterflies in because the jewels could come off, which is actually stupid, but they don't. I sleep in these all the time. So I went to go and put my, the ones that I got pierced with back in because they were the only earrings I had that was silver. And they're really pointy and they're a thicker gauge to like normal earrings because you get pierced with a thicker one because like healing and stuff.
Yeah, it needs to heal thicker so you can fit other ones in.
And so yeah, and like it just wouldn't, because there's like a big ridge in it because like that's where the butterfly clip sits on it, like so it's like secure and doesn't come off while it's healing. When it went in, it just hurt so much that I couldn't do it. And then with my second lobes, like they were like, that's the only pain I really had with like healing or anything.
I don't know whether this is one of the questions that we have, but like, so another thing we were talking about is how you get them done. So we kind of discussed briefly about what we got them done with, like guns and needles and stuff like that. I got all of mine done with needles, but you got yours with
I got
guns?
my all of the lobes done with a gun, and I got my card surge for the a needle. And you should really get any piercing done with a needle, but on lobes it is okay, but it's just not the best because things people don't really know about is a surgical needle is hollow, so it's taking out that bit of flesh that to make space for the jewellery to go in, but within like a gun it's just shoving it through and like there's no space created for it, so it's basically just making a slit. So quite often people's ears will tear, especially if they wear like earrings, like, well this isn't heavy, but like heavy dangly earrings, their ears will tear because it's a slit that's just been made in the ear, not really like a proper like hole for jewellery to fit in. And then also they're not as precise.
Yeah, I was going to say then probably not as precise because you've got like...
Yeah, you just like plonk it on with the needle, you put it directly on the hole that they like place on your ear. And guns have like a clamp built into them, but that can sometimes get stuck on your ear when you pierce it, which obviously must be really horrible for the person getting pierced. And also guns you can like sterilise them, but they're never going to be completely sterilised. And they don't use a new gun for each person. Like they use the same one, especially at places like Claire's. Please just don't go to Claire's. So it's not going to be completely sterilised, so that like your ears coming in contact with maybe other people's body fluids, which obviously not really good for a new open wound. And there's so many videos that you can see on YouTube where people just go into so much depth on how bad they are. And never ever get any cartilage done. Like I said, lobes, they're all right, but never get your cartilage done with a gun, because it's just going to shatter your cartilage. It's so bad. And the thing is though, it just gets pierced with a normal earring, and you need more space in case there's swelling and stuff. And also that'll get pierced with an 18 gauge, which is the size of these, and you can't have an 18 gauge in them, because say if you buy proper piercing jewellery for a cartilage, it's not going to fit in. And also like it's just not good for a cartilage piercing to be that small.
You said the needle is hollow.
Yeah, so they remove that tiny bit of flesh to create space for...
Are you saying that they took my flesh?
Yeah, they stole your flesh for Sky.
They stole my flesh, and they kept it.
Yeah, well, maybe
They're probably like keeping it as a memento of me.
They throw away each needle they use, because that's why they're...
Yeah, obviously they're not going to keep it. They're going to use it again. No, it's going to be like burnt with fire. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on, because hollow needles is freaking me out.
We've both went to the same piercing place for a couple of our piercings.
Yeah.
But we've both had like completely different experience. So do you want to go with your one first? We're not going to mention the name of the place.
Oh yeah, we're not going to mention the
diss
place.
them.
It's shade, no shade.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm about here.
Yeah.
Unless you really, really want shade, then then maybe I'll expose some people. But yeah, so I got all my 3 done at the same time at the same place, and went to the reception, paid for it and everything, had to fill in a form. But after I filled in my form, literally they took me into this little room, but like you'd think, obviously, because I'd never had piercings before, the person who was doing it was a woman.
They'd still explain it.
Like the woman, like you'd think she'd talk you through it. She'd be like, "This is what you're getting." Like she did do she dotted my ears and then said, "Does that look alright?" But like other than that, like she literally didn't say anything else to me. And she was talking to the receptionist the entire time about her weekend and how she was drunk the other night. And I was like, "You were drunk, were you?" It's like, no, I'm not going to be like, "Oh my god, you got drunk, you're not doing my ears." No, that's stupid. But like, it's the fact that she was literally on about like last night she had a hangover. So I was like, oh.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'd say I got it done with needles. So she was just like there prepping the needles, talking to her friend, not talking to me about what I was getting or anything. And then literally she turns to me and she's like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, oh my god. You were talking so happily and like jolly to your friend. You seem like a really nice person. You turn around to me with like the deadest stare in your eyes, like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, oh my god. And then like in the background she had like tribal music going on. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be sacrificed to the gods. Like literally, I was freaking out just because like the atmosphere was so weird. And she wasn't talking to me about it or anything either. So I was just like, oh my god. And then like people were saying they get the choice of what piercings you put in.
Yeah.
She didn't give me a choice. She literally just had the piercings out and put them in. And these 3 are all the same piercings.
Yeah, they're all 18 gauge, which is perfectly fine for lobes and everything. But for like any cartilage piercing, you should have 16 or 14 gauge, just depending on what you want or what the person like placed like.
Well, I don't know whether it was like, she might have put in a thicker needle for it or whatever. But like literally, I saw the earrings before she put the earrings in. They were literally all 3 of them there, and they were all the same. They're all like the flat bar things, whatever they're called.
Flat labret bars.
Flat labret bars. I actually like that name so much.
That's the name of that piercing, right?
But yeah, like labret.
Yeah, that's your labret piercing.
Ooh, I like that name. Anyway, so yeah, but like she didn't give me a choice of colour either. So I had to go with silver, which I would have chosen black if that was the option. But yeah, so basically I didn't get a choice. She didn't. Yeah.
And we're back.
So yeah, she didn't talk me through it. She just basically said, here, dots, they all right. Okay, are you ready? In, clip, clip. Put your earrings in, like, give it a bit of a dab, you're done, out. And I was like, oh my god, that was so quick, over, done with. So I was just like, she was skilled with the needle, like, she didn't make it painful, like, literally, she just, like, put it in. It's the fact that I would have liked her to talk through it with me.
She knew what she was doing, but she just didn't tell you what she was doing or
like, give me the option, because I would have chosen something else. But, yeah, I'm glad she didn't give me gold. I would have, like, literally refused gold there and then. I would have been like, no.
Changing this now.
I'd be like, no, I don't want gold or any other choices.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then my sister was like, oh yeah, apparently they don't give you the choice straight away, you have to ask for it.
No,
but you have. So your experience at that place.
I got both my first lobes done there, and I got them done with a gun there because you can choose if you want a gun or a needle. Well, obviously depending, like they won't do a gun on cartilage, but I mean like for lobes. And I went in, filled out the form and everything, and the lady was just like, do you want, this was at reception, the lady was like, we only offer silver or gold. It's just what we've got in right now. And then I was like, oh, silver, not having gold. So I went upstairs, went to the little room, the guy dotted my ears, and he was like, it was just me, my mum and him in there. He was just talking through the whole time, just like, yep, so this is what we're doing. Are you ready? Boom, done. Next to you, boom, done. Then he like, oh, before he did it, like wiped and obviously cleaned my ears and everything. And then he gave me like a sheet of paper with the salt solution thingy on it and just explained to me how to do that and that I should do it twice a day and everything. Oh, I wasn't really with that everything. And then the second time I actually got the same guy. And
lucky you.
And then they had different they ordered their things in, but they never ordered the same jewellery in. So these ones are actually bigger, but I quite like that anyway, because I don't want a tiny, tiny little ball on my ear. So yeah, I chose silver again, but I had a larger choice this time. I could have chose like these jewel things, but I was like, no, I'm not sure. So I just got these silver balls, and then yeah, and then it was basically the same again. It was the same guy, and it was absolutely fine, and it was a really good place, and I would have gone there again, but like I said earlier, I'm chicken and I wanted this one ice, so I went to a different place, and that place was equally just as good, maybe even better I think, but yeah.
And I'm assuming you didn't have tribal music on in the background.
No, there was no music. No, actually there was music, but it was like punk rock music, which I like anyway. So.
Well, it was like literally, I wouldn't have cared. It's the fact that the specific music that was on was very intense,
intimidating,
and it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And it's the fact that she wasn't talking me through it. She was just like, are you ready? So yeah. Basically, I thought I was going to be sacrificed, and you had a nice time.
Yeah, I was having a lovely time.
So yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah, so even if you get recommended to a friend, like saying, oh, I went there, it was really good and everything, you never know if you're going to get the same person. I mean, like, you might, even if you don't get it, like, it doesn't, like, you might have like a good person and everything, but you never know what's going to happen. It's like, you have to find out for yourself, if you know what I mean. And I know you can request for certain piercers if you've had them before and things, if you go to places, but you kind of just have to, even if your friends say, oh, this place is really good, you kind of have to go on that journey by yourself and experiment and explore and find your own place and things, if you know what I mean. Because you could have like one, it doesn't mean that the company is bad if you had like a bad person like Pasquale did. It just means that that person was a bit rude and not very, yeah, she was good at what she was doing, but she wasn't very customer friendly, if you know what
I mean. Yeah. Anyway, so you got any more questions?
No, because you kind of covered a couple of them in different questions, so.
Yeah, okay, so that's the end of the video. I hope you like it. If you did, give it a like. Subscribe if you're new and you're not like one of my friends that I make watch my videos, even though I want them to subscribe too. So basically, if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
We'll find you. No,
or I'll find you and I will kill you. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry. Don't take me seriously.
He's too nice. He's too nice.
Also, I wouldn't want to kill anyone because like the guilt. Please.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, leave a comment as well. Tell me what you thought of the video. Yeah, this was Amy Telfer. She doesn't have a YouTube. She doesn't know whether she wants to do YouTube.
I love the idea of it, but it's just that I don't have a camera, don't know how to edit and things. And it's like, will I ever get around to doing it if I do decide that I want to do it? Like, I would like to do it, but then I wouldn't know. No, I'm gonna go this. No, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like, also leave a comment down below if you think Amy should do her own YouTube.
I already know what my name would be. It's like my name for all my social media.
Yeah.
Amy Diodar.
So yeah, that's been the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll say bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There we go.
Yeah. Why are you still here? Go. Be
Yeah,
gone. Leave. Leave
They're
this
not going.
forsaken place.
Let's sit there.
They're still there. Why are they there?
I don't know.
Go. All right. They're not going. We'll just have to sit with them for a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
called Let's Talk About. Should we talk about now, Smalley?
Yeah.
Cats.
Let's talk about cats. Okay.
Bye.
And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Spend her love until she's broke inside. There we go.
Ew.
Got the button.
Oh, look at this cat hair. It's like half black and half white.
That's probably Tilly's.
Oh.
Tilly is ombre.
I like Tilly.
We can see my cats later.
Oh, yay. My cat needs to come round and meet your cat.
Oh my god, cat date.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right, sort it out. Yeah, I feel like college is such a really good time to express yourself and find who you are. And I'm good to art college as well, so that's
I'm going to a sixth form college, so I won't be expressing myself that much.
I feel like also being an artist, like numbers and rule of three, like things look better in like orders of 3 instead of like 2. Yeah, it's just like an arty design thing. Like,
You know Evie?
yeah.
Even though she does
Hi,
art.
Evie.
Yeah, hi Evie. Even though she does art, she hates the number 3.
Yeah.
Shout out to Evie, actually Evie TV. But yeah,
So-
she hates the number 3, and I'm like, the 3 Musketeers.
No, because it's also
She
like
likes even numbers, basically. Which I can
Yeah.
agree on, I like even numbers. But
Yeah.
13 and 3 are special. They're the exception to the rule.
yeah, like because also like doing art's all about an artistic eye and things. I mean, it's like rule of 3, like you see that. So anyway.
Rule of 3, English.
No, not as in that. No.
Trauma. I'm having trauma. Don't talk about English.
So glad I'm going to art college, never have to do anything academic ever again.